talk a little bit about the bans here. You do see Tyr getting banned away this game, as well as Osiris and Geb coming out from London Conspiracy, as opposed to Cupid, Thor, Hercules coming out from Panthera.
Yo.
Wow.
Raph is on Ares?
Okay.
Raph is on Ares? Huh.
I assume Nuwa is going to be mid. Yeah, optics, yeah. Oh, wait, that's a solo Guan.
And it's Athena. No, it's not solo Guan. That's a Milzy support. So it's support Guan, jungle Athena.
It is jungle Athena.
Ew.
Solo Bastet?
It's Snakeskin solo. It's about right. I called out Snakeskin saying that he had like one god, and he got upset at me on Twitter and went, "I've got more than one god," and I was like,
well,
show me
Snakeskin,
then.
the best way to prove that is to play other gods relevant to the role. She is the best jungler in the game. You don't take her out of the jungle to prove you can play her in solo.
Hang on. Humbats, right? Humbats is getting played in NA. You can't come over here and complain about us taking assassins that are junglers into the solo lane.
But he is just as good as solo as he is in the jungle. Bastet is the best jungler. She is not the best solo laner.
Right, how did picks and bans go? When did the Bastet pick come through? Let's just work that out.
I imagine
Bastet
first.
actually was 4th pick. Serket was 1st pick from Panthera. Then it was Jubilanki Poseidon for London Conspiracy. Just make sure your spectator's updated, by the way. It doesn't say spicy waffles, because mine just did.
No, I'm good.
Cool. So it was Jubilanki Poseidon for London Conspiracy. Then it was Raw. Sorry, no, it wasn't Raw. That's a lie. New War Ares. They picked Ares that early? Why did Panthera pick Ares that early?
I don't know, but you ready to go? It's half past.
Yeah, I'm good. I guess they picked Ares to not make sure Serket wasn't.
All right, guys. So we're going back to Group A here. With this, do we know the record so far? Panthera.
Okay, so the record so far: Panthera is 1-0. London Conspiracy is 0-1. So London Conspiracy have to win this one really to try and stay in contention. Panthera win this one, they're in the Pro League.
All right, so
almost
Panthera, like you said, win 2 and you're in. That's how it goes. Panthera looking to put themselves in early, not deal with any nonsense. London Conspiracy, though, looking for nonsense.
They are, but Emelito's going to see them.
Emelito picked Impale. They could have killed him.
It was too far away from him to chase onto him, really. Like, the position he was in, he saw the speed buff, he was far enough away.
I think if Red Fu hit with the preemptive strike and the Whirlpool applied, there was a chance they could have gotten first blood.
But then you have to rely on the fact that you expect Emelito to have put a point into his skill as well, you know?
That's true. Well, a lucky break there for Emelito as he doesn't get rushed down. He could have been. He took the wrong ability.
So they went very deep into the jungle, did London Conspiracy, but they didn't put a ward down. They put both their wards down defensively in their own jungle, in their own half of the jungle. They're keeping an eye on the rotations coming out from Serket early on, making sure the Sun Touch is supported early on, and the rotations are spotted out in case of early invasions as well.
Starting off, it looks like Hindu we're going to have a meta start. No, oh, whoa, wait.
Yep.
Oh, I thought they were going to reset. No, proper use of line of sight there from adapting a Ninja Demi, something I definitely want to see at all points. People should always be using the line of sight to pull a blue buff.
Demi started with Sprint 2 in this lane matchup. Why would you do that when you're up against a Bastet? Because of the cats. So immediately you remove that slow. Also, Declaw also slows as well, so removing that one makes life a lot easier to deal with it on someone that has...
Did Snakeskin just bleed one creep?
I think so.
Not a good start here. They're going to get pushed out in a situation where they probably shouldn't have. Athena Bastet having much better clear overall than Habwa early game and Serket.
I'm pretty sure as well, looking at the duo line, Ares versus Guan. I ignore the Jubilanki versus Anher. I'm confused by the Anher pick. A lot of people are saying Anher's a lot weaker than he once was, which is true. But in Ares versus Guan, Guan should win that just because of the poke damage. He gets healed up so much by a Milzy that he shouldn't have too much of an issue up against Rafa's Ares.
Mid lane rotations coming out from the junglers. It looks like Red Fu is going to let ladies go first, even though they're both ladies. Red Fu only level 2 at this point.
Yeah, he is only level 2, but he's got a full minion wave here to soak in mid lane. Where did the experience go in favor of adapting that? I'm not too sure. Actually.
Sure. Let's take a look here. Adapting almost level 4 here comparatively to Redfu. Actually, they're about the same as they both go to back camps. But the issue here is that Redfu is already a back camp ahead. So he's actually going to wind up being 1 full camp behind overall, plus about 1 creep.
Yeah, Adapt is doing a better job of picking up farm through both the mid lane and the solo lane to get himself up there a little bit quicker for level 5. He's going to go back to base early. A double recall in mid lane by Panthera, ready for these mid camps at 3 minutes. You're going to see Ninja Dimmy, sorry, not Ninja Dimmy, Optics go back, get Boots 2 online. Circuit as well, going to go back for Boots 2. So they're both prepped for a fight of these mid Harpies. That's the only reason you'd back at this point of the game, DM, is to try and get yourselves ready for it. And they're going to soak with the fog. Optics is going to soak with the fog on the back Harpies to keep getting himself to level 5 quicker. There's 5 on adapting. 5 on Optics will hit any second in this mid lane of 1 more creep, I suspect. And then we'll see an engagement happen at these mid Harpies more than likely.
Yeah, it looks like wave to wave. Suntouch is about even with his opponent there. You can see as the experience spikes up, actually a little bit ahead. I think. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shaggy's dead. Shaggy's dead already, and there's a Cobra's Kiss going to land onto Emilzy as well. The last breath following it. The leaping from Emilito's going to bring him down with the no escape coming out from Rafa. Quick double pick up for Panthera in this duo lane from the rotation from adapting him 5. They chose to go for the kills over the mid Harpies, and it looks like we might even see Optics get one of them as well.
Yeah, he's rotating over to right. It looks like he might choose the wiser here and avoid the possible crack. And London Conspiracy falling behind very early and giving a lot of gold. Oh my. Are they doing this already?
They're going for it
it's
early.
recognized.
Why would they? You know why? Optics called that they were rotating for the right-hand Harpy, so they're trying to push it hard. But Red Food's here, so Suntouch. Red Food does get hit by the Cobra.
They got it!
The Kraken goes down too late, and now you're going to see that Panthera take a bigger gold lead. Rafa's going to be a casualty of war, though. If Shaggy gets that, that's good for his passive.
They're going to try to give it to him, too. You can see that. They're slowing him. Yeah, they're going to give it to Shaggy. Smart play there coming out from Emilzy to use the Warrior's Will to slow, to allow Shaggy to catch up, to get that kill, to get that extra 5 permanent damage. But even so, Suntouch very late on the Kraken there doesn't have enough pressure to stop it. Now, while the experience difference isn't too bad at about 900, the gold difference is astronomical at 22.
Yeah, 2,200 is a lot of gold at 4 minutes in the game. The gold fury not being a threat for either team now means that you can see that both supports will probably not invest into Hog 3, start working on their sovereignty a little bit earlier before the next one spawns up. Jungle Cats have all respawned right now, and you can see that at the moment the experience being shared on the right-hand side by Adapting and Dimmy over in this lane, going to drop speed and the blue buff. Red buff being left by Optics for the time being. And DM, get ready to press your fast-forward button, because I know this pause is for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
Yep.
Well, we're doing time 16, so 10 minutes will turn into, let's see, 40 seconds? Roughly.
Just make sure you get ready to hit play straight away, otherwise we're going to skip right past everything, more than likely. We need elevator music for this moment in time. This is what you guys at stream don't see.
Still having the Attack on Titan theme.
Going up.
Alright, we're in.
First floor.
Should catch you up there, Hindu, in just a second.
Yeah, I'm waiting. There we go, we're live. I'm catching nearly there. 53, 54, 55, yeah.
You're about a second behind.
As always, it's not a problem.
Bottom side here, Emilito picking up the purple buff, will go to lane against 2, yet undeterred. Level 7, Shaggy Shank also level 7. The issue is that Shaggy right now, as we take a look at his experience, is just level 7. Emilito, almost level 8 already.
Yeah, I mean, the way the game's played out right now, Panthera's in a good control of this one. We look at the compositions, though, as I'm looking towards the later stages of the game. The damage really is going to come out of Hebo. It's going to be up to Hebo to really bring the damage from Ninja Dimmy for Panthera's composition. London Conspiracy, though, they've got that Jabberlonke. They've also got Krakens from Suntouch, as well as the cell potential from both Guan Yu and Athena to allow Bastet to jump in and out at her leisure. If she goes for the Transcendence build, which it looks like she is, she's going to do a lot of damage in the late game. I'm just worried about Panthera's late game now, DM. Looking at it, if they've got to keep this pressure going that they've got.
Well, then, I mean, Habwa is almost guaranteed killing someone if he's ahead. And then Emilito versus Shaggy Shank here. Shaggy definitely going to have the advantage in the end game, which is why I want to see more pressure coming out from Emilito now.
I think that's why they picked the Ares and her combo is just for full lane aggression more than anything else. They went for kill lane as quick as possible, but the problem being it was good impale from Emilito on that left-hand side, hitting Shaggy Shank nice and hard to the face, but not much more than that for now. Left-hand hop, he's just got dropped. Right one's about to spawn. Red Fu in position for those. Going to be able to drop them down. Sharing with Sun Touch too.
Yep, right side, it looks like we'll go to red uncontested. Left side, taking a look here at Emilito once again, going up against Shaggy Shank. There really should be more pressure from Anher. I mean, not only is Anher getting pushed out by a Xbalanque, but he's taking damage for it. I mean, this really should not be the case at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with Anher now. His wave clear is not as effective as it used to be. The Impale got nerfed purposefully, so he didn't have that push power that he once did. And with Shaggy Shank, he's going to hit him with the bowlers, and the bowler's going to bounce off, deal a bit of damage back, but then Emilito will heal it back up. So now Emilito is the one that's going to play his passive. But what Emilito's doing here, he's lane freezing. Can you see what he's doing on this left-hand side? He's forcing Xbalanque to come and fight him in the wave so he can try and all-in, because that's still Anher's spot for aggression, is to try and force an all-in fight.
That pillar did something very important there, and that was stop Shaggy from getting the last hits. Shaggy could be dead here.
He could be dead, but the other's going to come out from Red Fu as well as Xba ultimate. The disengage happens, and Shaggy lives to fight another day, but it cost him 2 ultimates for literally adapting, blinking in. Well, ambushing him, rather.
Emilito there missed way too many spears, no use of Impale, a very curious engagement, not really sure why he decided to go for that, but like you said, 2 ults going to be used there, and 2 very important ults will be down for a minute at least comparatively to the Gold Fury coming up in 45 seconds.
Yep, 45 seconds. We're waiting on that one circuit in mid lane though. Adapt is looking for the pick onto Sun Touch in mid. Gonna find the damage because he's gonna get the last breath. He is, but the beads have already been popped. Sun Touch well aware of that. Already has beads 3 at 8 minutes in.
I like
Sun Touch well aware of it. You know, this is the thing. People always focus on Touch. They always seem to think that they can get in his head, focus him. So he realizes he's the focus target. He's now maxing his actives earlier on and getting out of these sticky situations that he gets put in not by his bad positioning, just more by the focus.
Emilito comes back to lane here, getting those last hits. No Watcher's gift for them to be abused, but he is gaining a lot of damage there, of course, through the stacks. About double the stacks right now, as you can see, as he gets to 48 compared to 23, though there is a wave for Shaggy Shank to get towards.
Well, the Gold Fury has just respawned again for the second time. Panthera's early game aggression has started to fade off now. They needed to keep that snowball going, but London Conspiracy haven't given them many opportunities to do so. The ones they did immediately disengaged from Xbalanque and from Sun Touch in mid lane. So for now, Panthera just resting on what they've got. Adaption's going to try and swing mid again by the looks of it, looking for Sun Touch one more time.
This time might go better. I love the fact that he got that big hit on the passive. Sun Touch really just got back, and he already is going to take a trip to the base. And with that, there will be no Kraken available. Eyes on Emilzy here, who does have hand 3 and Cavalry Charge, as they look to pressure this down.
Yeah, Cavalry Charge doesn't care about your Rafa on the backside. Athena's all in as well, though, on top of him. A little bit too early, like you said, but they're going to focus their aggression onto the backline now. Rafa pulls them both in. The ornament from the Desert Fury from Emilito. Destruction onto those targets. And Adapting gets the kill on Red Fu. But here comes Sun Touch. He's going to make a big play. He's got Kraken available. They know he's coming.
Yeah, look at this. Adapting, keeping him out. Will take some damage, but with the Kraken down, the boys of Panthera know there won't be enough pressure, even with the rotation coming out from Shaggy, to stop this one. They will extend their lead to 4,200 gold, and the experience difference, while close, still is 1,600 now in their favor. Left camp's going, looks to blue, as right camps seem uncontested at this point by either team. With the rotation over to left, though, Shaggy could be in trouble.
Yep, left-hand side.
Nice
Shaggy
knockback.
is in trouble. He's trying to get out of the way, but he's going to get hit up. Emilito going onto a killing spree. 3 kills for him now at 10 minutes in. And just as I said, DM, that Panthera need to pick up the early game pace, it really worked out well. It was really, really strong for them to get that Gold Fury once again, keep this snowball going that they're trying to create for themselves, and get a bigger golden experience lead.
Speaking of gold lead, on her sitting at about 1,100 in hand right now. Coincidentally, about the same amount of gold ahead he is. Now, let's take a look at Xbalanque here. Gold in hand, under 200. Still going to need a few more hundred to even finish up the boots. So with that, look how far ahead he is at this stage of the game. Emilito is in a wonderful position to shut down Shibalanke. Now, for Season 2, Shibalanke is considered very strong because his biggest weakness is not as relevant in this season, just because the clear from almost all hunters has been normalized. On the right side, Ninja Demi probably going down here. I don't see him getting away from this one. Looks like Defender of Olympus will pick it up. Oh, Adapting gets taunted.
Oh, that taunt from Redfoo
Wow!
was clinically on point, and he manages to get out of it. The minion wave is going to do some damage for us and adapt him back. That taunt was huge from Redfoo and turns the aggression away. Snakeskin did a really good job then combining with Redfoo, and that's one thing that we were looking for coming out from London Conspiracy this week to get themselves going. That was a big pickup. Mid lane though, Sunsuch in trouble. No, he's not, because there's beats.
You know why Raffer is one of my favorite players to watch? Because he holds the camera at the same height that I do.
He holds the camera at the same height?
Like, if you go into third-person perspective, he holds it very high compared to most people who hold it behind their player. I feel you have much more of an advantage by having it up here. It gives you much better field of vision. Your depth perception isn't as strong, but your field of vision is incredible. And Raffer, as a support player, is really utilizing that well, as we've seen in the early game. Hasn't missed much. Doing a great job controlling space. And so far has led the charge into 2 Gold Furies, which are spelling a huge lead right now. Suntouch in trouble. He's guaranteed dead.
The taunt comes out. Kraken was used defensively, but not enough. He is dead. Raff is going to get the kill at the end of that with the chains. Meanwhile, Emilito is going to continue pressuring that left-hand side and almost bring down that tier 1 tower. You know, that whole play was all down to the... Oh my god, Adaptin just got bursted again, but he's going to live. That whole play was down to Suntouch getting his beads used earlier by Rafa going in, and then Adaptin ambush sat in mid while Optics went right-hand lane to defend and wait for Suntouch to come back again, and they ganked him immediately. He had no vision of that.
Right side Redfoo goes over, but Ninja Demi already falling to Snakeskin. Bastet doing very, very well against Habwa.
This is transcendence.
So, you know, I think that the play was they picked up Bastet for jungle and got Athena some. How did Bastet and Athena even get on the same team? Like, I just...
Let me check. I mean, I'm looking at the
There is
picks
not
and
a
bans for this
single
game.
top pick. I mean, I know that Serket got picked up first, so they countered with Athena Bastet, but like, how? How?
Athena was their last pick before counterban phase for London Conspiracy, and Bastet got through to 4th pick. So they set this up earlier on. The Guan Yu was the final pickup for London Conspiracy in the picks and bans phase here.
You know what? What that does, that puts Snakeskin Bastet to fight Habwa, which is a great matchup for Bastet. Right? They put Emilzy onto Guan Yu to put Athena in the jungle safely for rotations. A very smart picking phase coming out from London, although, in my opinion, a bit lucky because I don't know many other teams that would have let Bastet Athena through on first pick.
I just don't get the Ares pick. The Ares pick's not done anything wrong yet. It's just strange at the moment they picked it in the game, you know? The Sylvanas, what was banned? Geb was banned, Sylvanas was available, Athena was available. There was multiple options, and we know Rafa likes to play the warrior meta as well, so he could have had Hercules there in that option as well. But he chose to go with the Ares very, very early on.
Left side, I think Shaggy's starting to feel the pain here. He does have Ninja Tabby available. Emilito, though, probably finishing up Iqbal. Yeah, there it goes. Big win there, considering... Realistically, Shibalanke is all about damage. Given the fact that he's not going into bolas here, he's actually going to wind up in a pretty negative space with Iqbal trades. Going to be hard for him to deal with.
On top of that, Emilito and the god itself, all he's about is fighting now. I mean, he's lost some of his wave clear, but he's still a great boxer, a great 1v1er. And at this stage of the game, he's in a strong position with Iqbal. And once again, Dimmy's going to go down on the right-hand side to Redfoo and Snakeskin combining. Dimmy needs some help in this lane now, like, importantly, because the problem is that if this keeps going over here, DM, it means Snakeskin's going to be huge when we get towards the later stages. I mean, he's closing in already on level 20.
They're going for it here. No cats available, but it looks like Redfoo's going to start up with the tankiness, thanks to, of course, the Spirit Robe. Level Tier 2 here looks like it's uncontested. This should be a pretty free game.
Like, they're doing tier 2 right, left-hand side. You can see Panthera grouping up to push the tier 2 against Shibalanke. The taunt on the right-hand side from Redfoo, though, is going to get some good damage on off to Adaptin. Here comes Snakeskin. The full combo from Adaptin was used on Redfoo, looking for the kill. Is the bleed going to be enough? No, but fire shots will be. Suntouch looking for Adaptin with the Kraken that doesn't connect properly. Adaptin jukes it out. Left-hand side, tier 2 does drop. And Panthera move on for Phoenix.
Ninja Demi should not allow him to back. The use of the knock-up there might have been a little bit off the mark. Poseidon will get back, it seems, and the Phoenix attempt will be shunned for now. Even so, They have, it looks like all 5 people still standing, and they'll turn their sights for the 3rd time this game to the Gold Fury.
Now, normally, what I'd say in this situation is that the left-hand side map being down towers means that the Phoenix is exposed, meaning that if they can take that Phoenix down easier, it allows them to put the pressure on the Fire Giant easier. But with the right-hand side towers being down for the side of London Conspiracy, if they do get the Fire Giant, what that means is that they've got a free opportunity to take a Phoenix straight off the back of it and not have to deal with towers. They're going for Gold Fury now. Panthera's going to get that one. But the map just opened up massively with that really strange trade between the two teams.
Uh-oh. Demi's bleeding. Demi's bleeding
God.
out. And Bastet will pick up another kill. Right there, he got a little bit too greedy. Snakeskin with a beautiful counter in the mid lane. Rafford trying to keep the peace as 2 members of his team back. It's him and Optics against 3, and it looks like they will hold.
Yeah, they'll hold for now as Amelito's going to bring reinforcements. Rafa's going to respect Red Fu here on this Athena just because it's jungle Athena and it will do more damage. They're going to contest left hand Harpies, find those ones for themselves. Right one's due to spawn Snoo and Snakeskin in position to help.
Bow?
Yes, you did. Charge Bow's been worked on by Amelito already. He's still that 1 item ahead of Jabalonka. You can see that on the scrolls right now. Charge Bow online.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a 1,400 gold difference, so technically that's free for him right now. He could build into another item and just have an increase of 20% attack speed in that small gain. So this could be very strong for him at this phase of the game.
It really, really could. We'll have to see how he plays this one out, because at the moment he's lane freezing, which I love the idea of. The lane's very, very pushed up, DM. There's no towers for Shaggy Shank to fall back to. So if he does come too deep, then he's got the opportunity for adapting and for Rafa to get in the backside and kill off Shaggy Shank. Shaggy Shank just has to respect this now, and Amelito's just got to make the right decisions on when to push and when not to.
About 18 minutes in, London Conspiracy not in a great position. They're still behind about 4,600 gold. I'm sorry, 5,600 gold. Amelito with a massive lead here.
You know what the issue is, though, DM? The problem I can see right now is that when we talked about late game, what did we say? I said Panthera needs to have Ninja Dimmy big for this game on the Hebo, because he's going to be the one that's got to deal the damage late game. Right now, though, he's now investing in Breastplate of Valor for defense because he's having a tough time against Snakeskin in this lane. He's already lost both towers in this lane. He's behind. Panthera need to capitalize and go aggressive more and try and get bigger things, because if this keeps going, it could swing. It could swing.
Demi in trouble once again. Sprint beads both used there. There's the slow, there's the bleed, there's the cats. Demi should not have turned around.
The cat's going to kill him.
It's going to be close. He forces an ult there. Yeah.
Has to use ult for ult trade as well. Left-hand side, Amelito trading with Shaggy Shank on this side as well. And now Shaggy Shank's got reinforcements with Red Fu coming in. He's popped the ult on there as well, so Amelito's going to have to start step. No, he's not. He's going to use the beads. Desert Fury to make sure he doesn't get taunted, but he's still going to drop down. And even if he didn't, Sun Touch was there waiting in the wings to clean up the pieces. Another pickup for London Conspiracy in their favor again. And this time on the target that was 3-0 and 2 at that moment.
19 minutes in now. Fire Giant still available. Tier 2 down on each side with a small advantage here in objectives for Panthera.
They're going to see Shaggy Shank on the left-hand side now be able to start pressuring this tier 1 tower. Someone's going to have to come over to defend it, which it looks like he'll be adapting, but he's giving Adapting a bit of free farm when he needs to. He's not respected the fact that Adapting's here, though, but Rising Jaguar is going to save his bacon one more time.
You know, right now, Demi seems to be in a lot of trouble. I would really like to see a lane swap. Put him somewhere. Put him in the jungle. Put him somewhere else.
Well, Hebo versus Poseidon is a fine matchup for Herbois as well. So he could have gone in lane against Poseidon, not had too many issues, got himself back into it.
I think I would rather see London Conspiracy put Poseidon in this lane to deal with Demi and let Snakeskin roam. Level 18 Bastet, I mean, 20, she's fine. Right, but her big power is in mid-game, and as we get to the end of it, Snakeskin is stripping experience instead of roaming.
Why wouldn't you actually put Shaggy Shank in that solo lane? Leave Sun Touch mid, put Shaggy in the solo, he's had a rough time, and let Snakeskin keep roaming to duo lane every time he needs to farm it up when Amelito pushes it out, and at the same time he's able to roam to mid lane and abuse that situation. That's another opportunity they could have done.
Could do it. They could do it, but so far it seems like Snakeskin's going to try to work this one down. Demi, What's he gonna do here?
Oh, Emelito's in trouble. Emelito's in big trouble. Desert Fury's coming out. He's got reinforcements coming through, but Shaggy gets a kill. The fire shots kill one. Red Food's now the one caught out of position. Has to escape using, I believe that was beads that was used then. Yes,
oh,
Sun touch.
No.
Son.
That is nerves. They know that their tournament lives are on the line here. London Conspiracy being down 2 puts them in a very awkward position, and Adapting is having no trouble abusing that fact, just getting directly into the back of Suntouch's mind.
Well, they're going to steal away the red buff off that as well. Now Adapting and Rafa in position for that. Gold Fury coming up soon. Optics swinging round to go and steal this red buff away. Gold Fury has spawned Dimmies over on this side of the map as well. I don't think it'll be a huge influence in this fight. Just keep an eye on him, because if he does get 1 or 2 kills, it will bring him back somewhat into this game. He's still 3 levels down there on Snakeskin, and he's getting pressured mid again.
Dimi just keeps taking this free damage. Every time Bastet jumps in, you gotta knock her up. And so far, we haven't seen that. He uses the knock up either too early or too late almost every time, and he's been pressured too hard for really anyone on his team to deal with. Snakeskin very strong today.
Fire Giant?
There could be an opportunity here.
Well, they're bursting it pretty hard. It's already at 50%. There's only Dimmy here. Dimmy's watching. What can Dimmy do? He's trying to come in at the end to try and steal this one away.
Wow.
But Conspiracy get it, and Dimmy's going to die as well. And now you can see Rafa turn up too late to this party. Adaptive's trying to kill off the target of Shaggy Shank, but he's going to drop down in seconds. And now Rafa's surrounded by 4.
Emelito.
But can he make something happen?
Oh, he was late on the ultimate there. Doesn't get a lot. In fact, might go down as Red Fu goes for the chase. Optics. Oh, no. Optics' minions went the wrong way. He didn't get the chase opportunity. 4 have fallen for 0, it seems, and the Fire Giant still available. Only Ares remains.
The call from London Conspiracy for that Fire Giant was huge. Red Fu going to be able to tank up this tower now. They're going to siege mid lane. They've got 15 seconds on Dimmy coming back up, but it's only Dimmy. Dimmy's 0 and 5 in this game. He's not going to have much defense duties available to him. They can continue pushing this if they choose. They're going to go for a swing to the left, though. Will it be the tier 1 of the Gold Fury? Probably gold first.
I would like to see them Gold Fury and back.
Tier 1 gold, I would like, personally. Just because they know the situation.
With them coming up, they could defend this side of the map. A lot of their power right now is in the items that they haven't built yet. There's at least 1,100 gold on any player on this team. After the Gold Fury, we're going to have 2K on Shibalanke. We're going to have 1,800 here, and it looks like they're going to be uncontested. They'll get this for free. London Conspiracy have taken the experience difference by a mile, and the gold difference now, after that Gold Fury, is in their favor. They have taken the lead in both. They have the Fire Giant. They're stripping the jungle on the top side. They'll back. They'll spend money. This could be a win for London.
They need the win as well, because they were 0-1 after their first game in this group so far. They went down to Dignitas in game 1, but against Panthera, the #1 seeded team in this group right now, they now have the commanding lead. The Fire Giants up for a substantial amount of time more. They can take some more of these towers down. There's a tier 2 in left. They can push on Phoenixes and try and abuse the situation. They've managed to find themselves with that amazing Fire Giant call.
All right, so a little bit awkward here is the split. I would have liked to see a 5-man grouping here from the team. Shaggy Shank maybe even by himself. I think that's fine. Then at least 4-man in the mid lane. They've got to choose an objective, and they got to do it now. They have about 1 minute and 40 seconds of Fire Giant remaining, and they're not using it well.
Well, you're going to see Snakeskin jump in, looking for some damage, not going to find the declaw, going to continue pressuring mid. Sun Touch has swung to the left-hand side with Shaggy. It looks like the caller has finally been to group up on this left-hand side and take this tier 2 tower. Can Panthera defend this? Will they defend it? It looks, though, like they're just going to settle for defending Phoenixes now up against this Fire Giant Conspiracy.
Red Fu going deep here. Emelito basically by himself. Not going to be enough. Now, Anher has gotten to the point where he is no longer super strong. Shaggy Shank hitting somehow 3 levels ahead and has almost fully stacked up his passive.
I don't know what's happening in this for Panthera, but right now they're up against it. They've got a Fire Giant team to deal with. Suntouch with a Kraken available. Keep an eye on Red Fu. That's the real engagement you're looking for. Followed by Emilzy on the backside. There we go. Tom comes in. The pounce from Snakeskin straight back out again. Rafa's looking for no escape. He's going to find it, but can he escape himself?
Oh, no! Emelito uses the Impale to push him out of the Kraken, and with that, Snakeskin's going to take down Rafa. They'll trade out Red Fu there, but the Phoenix still takes a lot of damage. All ultimates have been used except for Emelito's Ninja Demies and Snakeskins.
Support for a jungler. MLZ does have some sustained. Good knock-up coming out from Dimmy. Not a lot of damage on it, though, because he's so far behind.
This is a
right
big drop
now.
here. What
That
is
was a
Snakeskin
mistake from
doing?
Conspiracy.
If he's going to use the cats, he should have used them in the mid lane. Walking over here has only given them enough time to pressure this. One of the cats immediately will go directly to Emilito, who has taken a lot of damage, but the bleed will not apply. This is a big drop here for London Conspiracy. They should have continued the pressure, but yeah, rough.
Well, Fire Giant went down as well, just towards the end of that fight. They lost their jungler, Redfu, their initial engager. They traded it for Rafa, not the best trade, honestly, support for a jungler. The Fire Giant went off cooldown. They decided to back out. They didn't want to risk any more than they actually did. Fire Giant's up again, though, in about 35 seconds' time, as you can see. And we'll see if we can see Panthera defend that one. Because right now, we're starting to get to the later stages of the game, and this is where I thought Panthera would have issues.
26 minutes, Fire Giant coming up in 23 seconds. And with that, the team is doing their best at this point to group up on the right side. London Conspiracy with a small lead here. No Phoenix is down. They really should have probably pressured more into that Phoenix attempt. Getting it down on the left side of the map would have been worth 2 or 3 more casualties.
It really could have been. And now you're going to see Rafa trying to ward up, but there's a lot of wards up. But he has to use a sentry early on in his own jungle for defensive duties. Eats some poke for it. Doesn't even get the ward, DM. He lost his ward there as well. And these deep wards placed down by London Conspiracy are doing some good work right now. You can see that they've actually had to ward up their own side. They've not got any Fire Giant control right now. The team of Panthera are trying to eye an opportunity to get a way in. But London Conspiracy doing a good job of defending all angles.
Yeah, London not really working their way in fast enough. There they go, triple taunt. Heavenly Agility going to be used in response. Nothing lost there for London Conspiracy as opposed to a lot lost. Left side, Emilito getting burned down. Shaggy Shank fearlessly going forward. Defender of Olympus not even necessary. 2 kills there for Shaggy, but he will fall. Sun Touch falling as well in the back line. Ninja Demi getting traded out. Overall, a 3-for-2 advantage here for London.
It is, and now you're going to see Rafa trying to do his best to survive. He's chaining people up. He realizes he's going to be a sacrificial lamb right now. He's trying to delay the inevitable, but a declaw comes out from Snakeskin, brings him down. Only Optics left standing.
Now.
Can they end?
They have to end right now. They have to go for it. They need to go super deep. I mean, realistically, it should have been done already. They're not doing the same thing. The minions are there to take away the backdoor protections. They should have already burned the Phoenix down. They're taking a lot of damage. They won't be able to end anymore. They're barely taking the Phoenix. Optics either needs to die or they need to kill the Phoenix. I'm sorry, minions on the wrong side, excuse me. But even so, I mean, they dive deep. They don't commit. Either Emilze needed to help kill or Snakeskin needed to get that Phoenix down. They took too long on it and they don't get enough off of that win.
So they get a Phoenix, but that's all in that situation. There you can see now the experience lead, 8,000. Gold lead, only 3,000 in favor of London Conspiracy right now in this one. But as we look at how the game is being played out, the longer this one's going on, Conspiracy did a lot of work in that engagement, DM. Sun Touch, I'm going to give a shout out to him because he did a really big play then. He was the one that brought Emilito down below half HP, down to that 25%, and that's where Shaggy picked up the pieces that Sun Touch set up for him and pushed him down in the enemy jungle, picked up the kill for his team and went in with Redfu and continued the onslaught from there. Really nice play from London Conspiracy. Now they get to siege the Fire Giant one more time. Emilito is on the other side of the map, and as soon as he's spotted, the Fire Giant's going to start. Watch this. Watch it. The moment we see him, it's started.
Wow, they're pushed really far out. Is this free?
It's free.
There's
nothing they could do. Emilito's gone left-hand side. He's not going to be with the party for the Fire Giant. They can't defend it. Free Fire Giant to London Conspiracy. Now they can just siege right. And Emilito's going to try and go for the tier 1. If he stays there, he'll go for the Phoenix. He'll lose.
We see a back coming out. Now, granted,
That's
Defender of Olympus is there. Yeah, he'll stop the Phoenix push on the right side. And then I think this was the best thing they could have done. Redfu will group them up, clear them out, and then immediately ult back in to help the team push forward. But he's got to be quick. He shouldn't be pushing out anymore. He needs to help his team now.
Well, they're currently poking. I mean, they do have Guan Yu there as well with the heals to try and sustain him a little bit more as well. So they can continue putting the pressure on this wave. Redfu's going to push out the left a little bit more. The moment an engagement happens, you'll see him ultimate in the moment that begins. They do need Redfu, though, for the taunt. So it's either make an engagement or wait for Redfu to push this even harder in case he goes wrong, so that Panthera can't get a big win off a misplay at this Phoenix.
Going in here, left side still not available. I don't know why Red Fu is not choosing to come in. They still get the Phoenix looking like for free, but Suntouch has thrown the Kraken out and not done enough damage. Adapting goes down, but Dimi hits 4 big time, killing 1 in the back line, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Damage. He didn't do enough damage. That was a Hebo ultimate, and he's got 3 of them, but the damage didn't do enough. And now the boys of Conspiracy are cleaning up the party now that the water god is down. Wrath is going to get taunted in the mid lane and come down to Shaggy again for the double. Surrender vote has begun, DM. Conspiracy take out. In this game, Panthera, they make it 1-1 for both these teams. Heading into the rest of the group stages, Conspiracy played that really well from that Fire Giant onwards.
Suntouch and the boys managed to keep the dream alive here as they will push towards the next game with an even record.
So let's have a look at the damage and the plays at the end of the game. 7-0 and 5 on Snakeskin. I criticize the fact that he doesn't play anything other than Tear. Then he did something different. And he did well.
You know, and it seems like they picked this without the intention of him going there. They wound up switching everything last because of the Habwa pick. This is one of the reasons that Habwa isn't very great, because you can't use him in the picks and bans phase as a chip, like you can use Bastet or Athena. And with that, Dimi didn't have... I mean, realistically, he counters a few gods. He does very well against a very few gods, so most notably, I think, Chang'e. Otherwise, this is not strong enough right there. Ninja Dimi going into the next game will likely not be Habwa.
Crazy game. Really well played by London Conspiracy, though. And that's really important for them because they're still in contention now. That bracket's wide open now, because Panthera beat Wasted Talent, Dignitas beat Conspiracy, Conspiracy beat Panthera. There's still potential for a 3-way tie in this one so far. That's how crazy this is. Sorry, not even a 3-way. There could be a 4-way tie still available on the cards in that one.